I think if I was ever going to get out of education and wanted to do a different kind of job, I think I'd probably be a kind of farmer actually. I'd probably open what's called a Bint farm. You probably don't know what Bint farms are because there aren't many of them. There's one here actually, there's one in Cheshire. It's disguised, you probably can't tell. That low-lying building over there, it's not labelled or anything like that, but it's actually a Bint farm. A Bint farm is, or Bint farming, there's not an awful lot of it happens, but there's some around here. And it's the farming of animals specifically for sexual purposes. It doesn't get an awful lot of publicity, obviously, because it's, I don't know, for some reason some people frown on it. But as I say, there's a Bint farm over there, and there's a lot of money in it, I think. You know, it's got a great future. I think that one over there has just got sheep. You know, because obviously the female sheep, the vagina of female sheep apparently is about the same size as a human female vagina. So they're very popular for a certain kind of user. But there's other kinds of farms as well. I don't know, there's none near here. But there are ones that specialise in horses for the kind of Catherine the Great market, or indeed the Mr. Hands market. There's other ones that go for like guinea pigs and sellotape. You know, either for people who've got very small penises, or people who like inserting guinea pigs inside themselves. What else? Chickens. Yeah, there's chicken farms for sexual purposes. They're very popular, and there's a lot of money in those, because if you're having sex with a chicken, what people tend to do with those, you may not be familiar with this, but if you're having sex with a chicken, what people tend to do is, and men I'm talking about here obviously, is when they're coming they throttle the chicken. You know, like it's equivalent to a donkey punch, but with a chicken you actually throttle the chicken and it goes into spasms apparently. So obviously it's a one-use item. So you know, men who go in for that kind of thing have to buy a lot of chickens, so the turnover is massive on those actually. So if I was going to go into Bint farming, it may well be chickens I would go for. Snakes, yeah, they're quite popular. Labradors, they're quite popular. Yeah, quite a few actually, quite a few. So yeah, I'd probably do that actually. I mean, this one here, I managed to get a look around this particular one here, and it's all you know, health and safety and all that kind of thing are in play with that kind of stuff. I mean, the amount of forms these people have to fill in is incredible, and they all have to do risk assessments of things like that. You know, because if you're breeding cart horses for sexual purposes, you've got a hell of a kick on them. You know what I mean? You're going to get seriously badly hurt, or just if it steps on your foot, it's bad. So so there is a lot of kind of ethical support around the sides of it, and just to make sure the animals are well treated. You know, I mean, obviously the chickens, as I say, don't have a great life expectancy once they've actually been sold. Usually within a couple of hours of being sold, they've been strangled whilst being fucked. But up to that point, they have a fantastic life. Well, you know, a fairly good life. You know, there's they're bred on these slats so that the droppings fall through, and obviously they're debeaked to make sure they don't peck each other, and declawed. But they're fed. You know, absolutely are completely very well fed. And there's some light peeps in, as you can probably see actually. There's little skylights on the roof, so there's a little bit of light that creeps in from the top there, so they're not in complete darkness. So that's all fine, I think, really. And the horses, you know, and some of the bigger animals, the Labradors as well. I mean, they're fantastic looking, you know, because they shoot them full of steroids, so they've got massive muscles. You know what I mean? It's really, they're impressive looking beasts, I'll be honest with you. And they go for a fortune, those, because you know, they are. You know, you would expect a cart horse or something like that, or a big Labrador, to, you know, you'd expect to get quite a lot of use out of it. Not like the chickens, and certainly not like guinea pigs, which are also a kind of non-reusable, disposable item, really. Yeah, so that would be my chosen alternative career if I ever come out of education. Yeah, Bint farming.